Once you've entered your trips in VURn and reviewed your entries for accuracy, you are ready to submit. Let's walk through submitting your guided or unguided trips to the NPS for review. To submit all entered trips to the NPS, select the monthly summary page from the green menu bar. At the top of the page, filter the summary to the correct calendar year. The summary will display your entered trips by park and month. Check the Did Not Operate boxes for any months you did not operate in a particular park unit. You will not be able to submit your final activity report if you have parks listed on the summary page without either Saved Trips or the Did Not Operate box selected. Now, if you did not operate at all and did not use your CUA, you are still required to submit an activity report in VURn. To report that you did not operate in any National Park Service units in Alaska, check all the displayed Did Not Operate boxes on the monthly summary page. Once each Did Not Operate box is checked, select the Submit Final Activity Report button on the right. If you did operate, you are ready to submit your final activity report when 1. You have entered all the commercial trips you took under your CUA to a National Park Service unit in Alaska. 2. You reviewed the entered trips for accuracy on the existing trips page. And 3. On the monthly summary page, the page we're viewing now, you checked Did Not Operate for each month you did not operate under your CUA in one or more of your permitted park units. Once you've completed those actions, to submit your final activity report, select the Submit Final Activity Report button on the right. A submission confirmation pop-up will appear. After reviewing the text, select Submit to submit the reports or Cancel. After you select Submit, a pop-up button will confirm submission and show the number of guided and unguided trips submitted to the NPS for review. You will also receive an email confirming your submission. Once you submit your final activity report to the NPS, the status of each trip will change to Submitted, and the data will move over to the NPS to review. If the NPS has questions or identifies an issue with a submitted trip, the NPS will change the trip status to Unresolved. Trips marked Unresolved will be returned to you from the NPS with comments to help you resolve and resubmit the trip. Now let's walk through reviewing and resubmitting unresolved trips to the NPS. You will be notified via email if you have one or more unresolved trips to review in VURn. To view unresolved trips, navigate to the existing trips page using the green menu bar. Filter the list using the filter fields or sort by clicking on the gray column header bar. Review the NPS comments to the right of the trip details. To enter comments for the NPS and/or to edit the trip details, select the pencil icon to the left of the unresolved trip record. When you select the pencil icon, the Edit Trip pop-up will appear. The Edit Guided Trip pop-up is shown in this example. If reviewing an unresolved unguided trip, the Edit Unguided Trip pop-up will appear. The following editing process is the same for unguided and guided trips. Review the comments in the NPS comment box. Enter comments in the company comments box and/or edit the record as needed using the pencil icons, arrows, or by typing in the editable fields. Select Save if you're not ready to submit the record, or when you're satisfied with the information and updates, select Save and Submit to return the record to the NPS for review. Select Cancel to discard your changes. If resubmitted to the NPS will review and either change the trip status to accepted or return the trip to unresolved as appropriate. Once you've submitted your final activity report, corrected any unresolved trips, and all of your submitted trips have been accepted by the NPS, you will receive an acceptance confirmation email, and if applicable, you will be able to access your final trip fee summary. The trip fee summary report displays the end of season per person fees required in some park units. Now, not all park units in Alaska have end of season fees, so you may not have anything to view on your trip fee summary. Other than the per person monitoring fees required by some park units, VURn does not calculate CUA fees. If you have fee questions, park-specific fee requirements can be found in the annual CUA application or in your permit conditions and stipulations. If you did operate in one or more park units with end-of-season fees, to review the fees due for your CUA, navigate to the monthly summary page and select the button marked Trip Fee Summary Report. The information displayed on the Trip Fee Summary Report reflects the trips accepted by the NPS. Any draft, submitted, or unresolved trips will not be included in the summary. You can filter the report by calendar year, print the report using the printer icon, or export the report. Click on the blue disk icon to view your export options. The fees shown on the report are calculated by multiplying the number of clients by the number of days in the park unit, and then by the daily park, location, or activity fee. CUA holder staff, such as guides and pilots, are not included in the fee calculation. If you operated in a park unit without a per-person fee, trip and client summary data for the park unit will still be shown on the fee report. However, the fee total for the park unit will be zero. Again, the trip fee summary report only displays end-of-season per-person fees. You may have other fees due for your CUA that are not reflected on this report. If, however, you did operate in one or more park units with end-of-season fees, use the pay.gov link and instructions at the bottom of the page to submit your fee payment. When you click on the pay.gov link, the website will open in a new browser tab. Pay.gov will send you and the NPS a transaction receipt when your fee payment is received.